Looking like Tony Montana. I take that as a compliment. I love me some Tony Montana. You think I'm some fucking cockroach? No, how's it go? You know what you are? You know what you are, Frank? You are a hustler. That's a pig that don't fly straight. You fucking cockroach. I ain't fall off no fucking banana boat yesterday. I'm Tony Montana. How you doing tonight, Dalton? That's good, bud. I'm doing pretty good. Usually I do this live stream about an hour and a half earlier, maybe 2 hours earlier, but shit happens sometime. Maybe we'll still get a few people on here. How you find my channel? You just going through the live streams or you've watched my videos before? What's up, Rose? How you doing tonight, bud? You having a good night? You need that. A vape. It does suck when you run out. You have a good night too, bud. Thank you for joining the live stream, man. I hope you sleep well. I hope everybody's having a wonderful night. What's charged of being a douche? You don't get notifications that I'm live. I get a lot of people tell me that they don't get my notifications. I don't know why. I guess YouTube don't want me to get a bunch of views. I'm not really sure. And there's like some channels I'll get notifications on everything they do. But usually like them gun channels there, you don't get notifications on them. Probably won't be too many people on here tonight because it was pretty late when I got on. But y'all know who I think is some stylish people? Them like Caribbean pirate people and them African warlords. They over there like, I am the captain now. You know something badass about a machete. Like, I don't know. They probably have a better one than this one. But mine got a crocodile on it. Bought it at a Chinese store a few years ago. Actually, I think my girlfriend got it for me. But you can smack them off. I hope you're having a good night and everything's going well. Let's see what I can talk about. Why there ain't many people on. Hmm. All right, I got a story. I got a story. If anybody's still on, hold on. Oh, I gotta get ready for this story. I'll probably about between 16 and 18. And me and a buddy of mine, we used to ride around and, have a little fun. By ourselves, we was pretty decent folks at that time, but when we was together, we was like a match and dynamite. Like we were ready to cause some problems. And one day, let's just call him CJ. And one day, me and CJ, we ride around. He had this nice classic car. I ain't gonna even give away what kind of car it was, but he had this nice classic car. And we going down the road and we stopping at this stop sign, off this back road. And in front of us is a main road, but we're going across to hit another back road. But over here on the main road, there was a bunch of Hispanic fellas doing road work on the side of the road. And there was a porta potty, like sitting like maybe 20 feet off from the door of this nice car. And probably a good 50 feet on the other side of that porta potty was all these fellas working on the road. So I said, "Hey CJ, you think I'll push down that porta potty while them folks are working?" He said, "You won't do it." I said, "Watch." I got out the car, run over there, start rocking the porta potty back and forth, and the porta potty falls over, and the men start hollering and stuff, and a couple of them start chasing me. I run into the car, we peel out, go up the road. Forgot all about it. And a few weeks went by, and we going by there again, and the porta potty was like moved out a little bit, and the Hispanic fellas was working out a little bit further than they was. And they were pretty far away from the porta potty this time. And we stopped at the stop sign, and CJ said, "Hey, Mr. Freedom." I said, "What, CJ?" He said, "I bet you won't push the porta potty over a second time." I said, "Shit, watch this." Got out the car, and I run over to the porta potty, and they looking at me, and they kind of like talking out loud. I don't know what they was saying. It was in Spanish and shit. And I start rocking this porta potty back and forth, and it starts tipping like about to go over. You know when you tipping something heavy, and it's at that point where it's about to give. And when it's about to give, I start hearing and a bunch of Spanish words, and and here and there I hear "you bitch" and stuff like that. A few English cuss words, and like about three more rocks. I mean, I was already rocking. I couldn't really stop the rock. The rock was going, even if I stopped, it was gonna rock on me. Or either I could rock it the other way and it would rock away from me. So I was rocking out of safety at this point. And when I rocked it over on the door, and the man's hollering and cussing and banging on there. And what I had done, yeah, I done told y'all, it fell on the door, so he couldn't get out of there. And at this time, all these Hispanic fellas, like a whole crew of probably, I would say 20, but in all reality, it probably about 12 to 18 Hispanic fellas done drop stuff, their equipment and everything, and coming running at me full speed, throwing rocks and stuff. One person hit me in the back of the head with a rock. You hear rocks tinging on the top of this car and stuff. It cracked his back windshield. It was just a little square. It was just a two-seater car. And I climbed in the car and through the window, and he started taking off, and these mothers throwing rocks and hitting on the side of the car and everything. One grabbed my leg, and I kicked him away, and we peeled off. And there was nobody in it the third time we done it. But the key to that story is don't be an asshole. Never pays off to be an asshole. Them mothers could have murdered my ass. I guess that story wasn't that great. What else I can tell you about? Well, I hope whoever's on right now, I hope y'all having a good night. Let's see. What's something appropriate to tell? All right, I'm gonna tell this one. Fuck it. This is where I get the joking about goat fucking from. I was at the bar with a cousin of mine, and I'm gonna just call him Cuz. And me and my cousin, we was in the bar. We was underage, keep in mind. I probably was like 18, and he was like 19. But we knew the people and we could drink there. And it was getting to be like last call and everything, like 3:30 in the morning. And the bartender lady asked uh us, say, y'all going back to the town, said, could we drop him off on the way? And it was an old drunk man, he was too drunk to drive. So we was like, all right, no big deal. And the guy going down the road, we going down these back roads, take him home. And he's looking out at the field and he talking about, you see them goats over there? When I was a kid, I used to go out in the barn with rubber knee high boots and put their back legs in my boots and just go to town on them. We called it stump breaking. And that was the best thing I ever had. And we laughing, we think he's joking and everything. And then we go by another field at like sheep or something like that. And he's like, man, sheep better than goat. You can put them on a little hill or a cliff where there's a big drop off. And he's like, when you stroke forward, they just back up on you. So they're doing all the work. And we're laughing, we just think it's a perverted old man joke. And we go, we live out in the country, so there's like a bunch of fucking animal fields. And we go by this one field, and there's a shit ton of goats and what was that, alpacas and all kind of things over there. No, I think the next field was alpacas, but there was goats and sheep in that field. And he was like, pull the car over right. He was like, said something to my cousin, like, you don't think I'll fuck one of them goats? And he was like, hell no. He's like, pull over the car right now and I'll fuck the shit out of one. He said, I'll fuck the shit out of one. And he was like, all right, just calling us bullshit. We was all laughing, just a little fucked up, be honest. Shouldn't be doing that. Don't drink and drive. And the guy gets out the car, old man, keep in mind, like 60 years old, maybe 55. And he gets out the car, jumps the fence, the little barbed wire fence, rolls over it, stumbles, gets back up, and he takes off running. He's in the headlights. He takes off running and he tackles a goat and he drops his drawers and you just see him thrusting towards the goat. And my cousin's like, what do we do, Mr. Freedom? What we do? I'm like, what the fuck you talking about what we do? Leave him, leave his ass, go, go, go. And we started leaving, and this man didn't even care. He just kept stroking the goat, like, and looked over at us as we leaving. Like he was like, fuck y'all. I'm getting me some goat cooter. But it was crazy. Now I believe in the old man that jokes about fucking a goat. It is so wrong. And then a few months later, I never knew what happened, But a few months later, that farmer got rid of his fence and them goats. That's now still a field to this day. I don't know if that's a connection with it. But yeah, that's wrong as hell. What else can I tell you about? Let's see. No, that's too illegal. That's too illegal. Hmm. I'm thinking. Hmm. Trying to think of something else. Let's see. I remember my grandpa used to tell me little light stories about the war. Like, he'd tell me there was this German pilot in the middle of the night, about like 9:30, 10 o'clock every single night, would come and like he said he'd cut his motor off so you couldn't hear him coming. And he would just scrape the ground with machine gun fire right over their position and drop little personnel bombs, he said sometimes. And he said one night he woke up in the middle of the night and everybody screaming and running around. And he looks up out his foxhole and he sees uh two little dots of dirt just kicking up. And he said he reached over in the foxhole beside him and grabbed the radio sergeant and pulled him on top of him. And he said the dirt hit both sides of the foxhole, as it went over. And he said that he was a heavy sleeper. He woke up and asked him, said, "What you doing, Sergeant?" He said, "You're doing a good job. Just lay right there." And he said, he would just go back and forth several times over the position. And he said they'll light up at the airplane with 50 cows. He said, I think he said they had four in total or something, anti-aircraft guns, and the whole company or whatever. And he said they would all, light up trying to take it down. And he said the whole time they was in war, they fought from Normandy to Berlin, and he said they never took down that plane. But then, as a kid, I'd ask him like, "You ever kill anybody?" Because that's what a kid's gonna ask. And he'd be like, "Nah, I was I was a sergeant." He said, I had my rank. He said I didn't really see combat. He said they just issued me a handgun. Then I got a little bit older. I asked him probably I was like 6 or 7. That's 6 or 7 year old boy thing to ask. Then I asked him when I was about 11. I said, "Well, Grandpa, you ever kill anybody?" Because he tell me other stories, crazy ass stories. And it was hard to believe, you ain't never done that shit. And he told me, he said, "Well," he said, "I don't think I killed anybody." He said, we had these artillery pieces, and he said when the gunner was eating or sleeping, he said he'd get on the artillery piece, and he said he'd fire the artillery piece. And I said, well, what you shoot at with the artillery piece? He said, well, most of the time they didn't tell us unless you remember the coordinates, and when you moved, then you could see what you hit. He said, but most of the time we hit bridges and tanks. And he said, sometimes we hit troop concentrations. And he said, but I doubt I ever killed anybody. And he, I asked him again when I was about like 13. And he told me, he said, well, one time I was shooting one of the artillery pieces, and they said there was a troop concentration retreating into the woods. He said it was over near Berlin. He said I fired an artillery piece. He said this round was a special round. It was a hollow round full of BBs. So when they hit the treetops, it would bust and send all these BBs out and pretty much take the tops off all the trees and kill everything in the woods, you know. And he said he hit it, and he said a few weeks later they moved forward, and he said there was hundreds of dead people laying in the woods, you know, from where he fired that round at. And I was like, dang, that's crazy as hell. And then, like the next year, he told me he was sitting on the porch with a box in his lap. And he told me to sit down beside him. And he said, you know what this is? And he opens it up. And I said, this is a pistol. He said, that ain't any pistol. He said, this is what they call a broom handle, a Mauser. He said, you know how I got it? And I asked him how. And he said, during the Battle of the Bulge, he shot an officer in the chest 3 times and took the pistol belt off of him. And I was like, dang, that's crazy as hell. You said, and I'm thinking to myself, you told me that you ain't killed nobody. But yeah, I guess that was a boring story. This a slow live stream tonight, ain't it? What's up, J Dog? How you doing, bud? Who, my grandfather? Nah, he passed in around 2012. He lived to be 90. He died at 90 years old with a 6-pack. Never seen that in my life. You gamble, man? Well, I'm gonna leave my religious beliefs out of it, but I don't gamble because you always lose money. The house always wins gambling, and you always like left, like with regret and shit. I ain't never went to no casino, but I used to buy like scratch offs and stuff like here and there, and like I'd lose more money than anything. And at the end of the day, it's just not worth it, really. Shit, I might need to cut my heats off. It's hot as hell in my house. But I hope you get to go to the range. You don't have no place you can shoot outdoors around your property. Yeah, I'll keep the heat off on that too. If it get a little cold, I'll cut it back on. You got a casino nearby or something, J Dog? See, me, I ain't willing to lose no money without getting something. You know, like if I spend my hard-earned money, I want to get something instead of just sitting and playing the game. No offense, though. I still love you, man. See, that's bad. You live locally, so it's hard. But I'm telling you, like, ever since I gave up like alcohol and gambling and pork and everything, I ain't never been so happy in my life. And I've never been a hard gambler. I have lost it. Now I'll say one time I lost $600 in gambling. Like I probably made like $200 back. So I lost like 400. I guess I never had the desire to gamble. It was just something to do when I had a little extra money. But like I don't know, it's not beneficial. Like even if you gain a bunch of money off of gambling, you're still not gonna get nothing off of it, really. I don't think. Man, I got like 5 dishes in a pan in my sink. I gotta wash dishes like I guess tomorrow. I'm telling you, you give it up and you lose the desire to do it, and it's it's wonderful. I mean, life's good, man. Why do I always get to be a fat ass when I'm on these live streams? Like, I'm hungry as hell. I bought this shit at a grocery store. It's well, I know it's reversed, but it's chicken shredded in mild chipotle sauce. Now you know they say studies on gambling. I seen this. Hold on, let me bring y'all over here and get halfway situated. Let me take y'all over here. Bowling is fun, but a lot of time, like I can't go to a lot of places where bowling's at because people drink while they bowl, and I'm not really. I don't go places where they serve alcohol. I know I'm kind of weird. Yeah, I only have 5K subscribers, but really, to me, 5K is a lot. But thanks, man. I'll take that as a compliment. How'd you find me? Just going through the live streams, or you've been watching my videos and stuff? And I hope you're having a good night tonight, Dylan. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, I'm having a wonderful night. Thanks, man. Just getting Getting the munchies a little bit, I guess you would say. Want to eat me some taco. Was it actually music on the CD? And was it any good? Because I've had people try to sell me a CD, and I'm thinking it's a scam. Plus, like, that's not the way people get recognized nowadays. Like, everybody gets recognized online now through all, like, TikTok mainly, I think. I could be wrong, I'm just a simple country boy. But I see that nobody's really getting famous off of passing out records anymore. But that's pretty cool. Was it good music? Did you listen to it or you just bought it? And just use the CD case for your cocaine. Have I shot a deer? Yeah, I have when I was younger. I just don't seem to have the time to go hunting nowadays. Work all the time and trying to exercise, get in better shape, and doing this YouTube and get more religious. I try to stay busy, and then I'm trying to fix this house up. Uh, my grandfather taught me to hunt, but I went hunting with my father before when I was younger. Well, at least it was good and you really liked it. And you supported him. Maybe one day he'll blow up. All we can do is pray for him and try to get his name out there. Nah, I ain't in good shape. I'm trying though. I went from 255 to 200. I stay in between about 200 and 205 here lately, and I'm trying to get down some more. Where's a little sea salt? Put a little bit of sea salt on here. You have a ranch? That'd be cool to have a ranch. I've noticed they don't really call ranches up here in South Carolina. They call them farms. But is there a difference between a ranch and a farm? Yeah, that's something my father should teach more. You looking good, Mr. Freedom. You all come to my camper on the 100 acre was informed. No, J Dog. I do. I definitely do not want to. That's like, do I want to take a bubble bath with Birdman and P Diddy? That's a definite no. Sorry, man. I love you, dog, but no, man, no. You have a farm and a ranch. Well, what's the difference, Dylan, between a farm and a ranch? Excuse me. I mean, I don't. I'm just curious. I'm a simple country boy. That's a good one. Is the ranch on the Hidden Valley? Where is my vape? Mother freaker. They call me Mr. Bubbles, and you got a date. Now it's time to blow me. Hold up. I'm Mr. Bubbles, and I want to be blown right now. So what's the difference between a ranch and a farm? I wonder if Bill Gates is kin to Kevin Gates. That would be crazy. One likes buying up land and the other one likes eating booty. He's like, you won't know I'm there, but my victims will. All farms are a lot smaller, so ranches are like massive land. That'd be cool to have a damn ranch. Y'all, when I go back to my office, remind me to plug my phone up. That sucker's on 15%. Just some tacos, something simple. In the air fryer. I love this air fryer, man. This thing's the bomb. Is this the right cord? Yeah. So in about like 2 minutes, I'll go flip them and flip them again. And shit, I meant to get that lock I have in the car. And then I'll flip them again. Then I'll put some oil on it and flip it again. And I got some good crispy tacos with some mozzarella cheese in it. That's good. I like cheddar cheese better, but mozzarella cheese is better for you, so it is what it is, you know? Cheddar cheese is the shit. Especially like that aged white sharp cheddar that naturally made from cow's milk. Man, that shit's good. I could live off of cheese if I wanted to like be 1,000 pounds. You got the pumpkin spice raz latte and it tastes like a candle. Is that a good thing? Cheese is the best. The sharper, the better. You have to go. Well, I hope you have a good night, man. And you be safe too. Thanks, man. And you have a good night, and I hope you sleep well. Goat, blue, and bry. So it's pretty good. I think about time I flip my tacos. Got chicken. Have you ever had one of these air fryer? Thanks, man. You have a good night too, bro. It's not ready to flip yet. Man, I cooked some apples in here last night, and they was delicious. It's frowned upon to return after you buy it. Well, I can see that. I do too. I got this little, like 2-quart one. But it's good enough for me. You just gotta know how to stack it. You gotta know how to do it. I got 3 Big Daddy tacos in here right now. They can get small. That's what she said. You think one was bought for the house, but you never accepted it? What you mean you never accepted it? You never tried to use it? That's what P. Diddy said. You think P. Diddy is a pitcher or a receiver? There it goes, getting brown. Flip her over. Put her back in there. You don't like it? I like it. They say it's good for you. It's like frying. All the grease get dripped out. He's a coach. Birdman's the ref. I would say they just watching. They call him plays like in the butt. Now, I can't whistle, y'all. I can't whistle. I can snap my fingers. I guess if I'm ever in trouble, I'll just carry a rape whistle. Oh, I thought P. Diddy might be a catcher too. But nah, he be licking his lips. That's a predator vibe. Like, you licking your lips like, you want that booty. Tupac's the linebacker. Y'all really think Tupac is gay? Cause y'all be talking mad shit on Tupac. It's getting there. It's getting there. Sound like I'm trying to defuse a bomb or something. You hear that ticking sound? One minute. For real, he's a Packer. That's a double entendre right there. Because the Packer is also a team. And y'all said linebacker. Never mind, maybe I'm thinking too deeply. Dang, you lost your grease pan? Yeah, I remember you. What's up, Pookie Bear? How you doing tonight, bud? I'm glad you're doing good. I was actually thinking about that, doing a little video with the little timer going. I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking. He's doing good. He's in the pen outside with his chicken, his rooster. I bet you that drive me mad. Like, it had to drive Flavor Flav mad. Like, hearing clicks all day long. Just 3 tacos real quick. 3 big old fat boy tacos. Big fatty fat boy tacos. Where's Flavor been? He done the whatchamacallit? Not more American than tacos. Hey, tacos are good sometimes. Not more American than tacos, I'll tell you what. I can't do a Hank Hill. Bobby? What the hell, Bobby? I don't think I did no Hank Hill. Whoa! I can't do it. Man, this side ain't getting toasted. Toodaloos. Well, you have a good night tonight, bud. Don't toodaloos mean you leaving? You too lazy to go in the fridge and get it. That's the problem there, man. I'm just fucking with you. Sometimes it be like that. Thanks, buddy. You have a good night and sleep well. My my 3 tacos done in like 10 minutes. It does. 10 feet does feel like 100 feet. Like anytime I go from the bedroom to my office, I take a piss because like it's a long walk to the bathroom. They're burritos. I didn't think they were burritos. I guess they could be. I thought burritos had beans in them. I know these suckers are hot. What's written on my stomach? I ain't doing tacos in the creepy room. What's up, Spooky Deer? How you doing tonight, bud? I'm probably gonna be on here another 30 minutes. Mr. Freedom is like F no. My stomach says honor. It could look like it says oh no. He might not understand my kind of English. I will this Ramadan. But I do, Lord forgive me for talking about it, but I do a lot of fasting. And actually, there's a point when you're fasting that you don't even feel hungry. It's actually very pleasant. It's a good feeling though, ain't it, J Dog? What, today? Or typical, let me think. Usually from like midnight to like 9 p.m. I don't eat. And 2 days a week, I try to go without water or small amounts of water. See, that's the thing about food. Like, every time you eat, you feel tired. And your body don't know what to do with all that energy. Like your body back in the day, you was burning off excess calories in the search for food. Just like kind of like why I believe people get addicted to like stuff like gambling, like slot machines and stuff, and poker cards, because back then you was spending your energy and your calories in search for food. You might go out and find you a moose or a buffalo and kill it, and it could last you months. And it took you several thousand calories to get to it and kill it and skin it and everything else, but you're eating for months. And then again, you might go out and find you five blackberries, and you done spent 300 calories, and you only got 50 calories in return. So it was like a gamble because you had to keep going, and sometimes you wound up good, most of the time you did. And like your body has to digest stuff, and if it's constantly digesting stuff, you're not giving it a chance to do everything it needs to do. Oh, that's good. I try to eat around about 9 and right before bed. I noticed that. I ain't got no comments from him in a few days either. I mean, the Lord's blessed me though. I mean, I'm getting so many comments now, and it's just wonderful. I'm trying to respond to all of them. With the Lord's help, I'll get it done one of these days. But I don't care. Send me more. It keeps me going. I feel like here lately, like I don't know. After I just feel like I got a lack of motivation. Like it's like the ideals ain't hitting me like it was, and that happens sometimes. And when it happens, it's kind of like a bummer, you know. It's like really, I don't like sit down and think of these ideals. Usually, I'm like working or talking to somebody or something like this, and it's something that comes up in conversation that I come up with that's super hilarious, and I'll remember it or write it down and turn it into a skit, or it's something I come up with in my head that I think is funny while I'm working. I'm like, wait, I can turn that into a skit. But it's not like I think of it, it's just like it just pops up, you know? That's crazy that they deleted that off of YouTube. So you think the world is flat? I understand the feeling, Dylan. I'm gonna be on here another 20 minutes myself. That's crazy. So y'all think the world's flat? That is weird how you can't go to most of Antarctica, like the interior part. What time is it over? It's 2:55 here, so it'd be like 3:10. Oh, you asking what time is it over here? It's 2:55 a.m. What time is it where you at? 2 over there. So we ain't too far off. You gotta be somewhere like in Texas or somewhere up that line. I'm trying to think of a story. Just trying to think of one last story I can tell for we head off of here and I go to sleep. Let's see. Hmm. Trying to think of something. Hey, it's all right. This YouTube channel thing mess up sometimes. The live. Trying to think of a good story to tell y'all before I get off of here. How about a poll? Here's the poll. What's the question? What am I doing? Sitting at my desk. About to go to bed here in a minute. We got 4 votes. So it's 50-50. What's your question, J Dog? I'm about to get off here in a second. I think it'd be more creepy that he licks his lips and he's a pitcher because he's like one of them like booty warrior type people. Like you gonna give me that Will Smith, or I'm gonna take that Andy Dufresne. But yeah, y'all, I'm getting really tired. I don't get tired. I mean, I'm getting sleepy. But I'm gonna hop off of here. Thank all y'all for joining the live, chilling with me for a little while. From here in South Carolina to wherever you are in this world, I wish you the best. I love you guys.